I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what they do, but I think new stories. Here's my question: since they decided they're going to try to bring in Mara Jade, but they already made it clear she's not with Luke, my theory is Mara Jade going to be a lesbian?
Welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
Q.
And we have Blood Axe in our chat room moderating his ass off. Speaking of things that suck, we have a rumor of Kevin Smith.
He's even making a suck face. He's like, hold on, I'm not ready. I got to prepare my gag reflex.
So, I mean, since apparently Star Wars hasn't been destroyed enough, we were going to bring in the ultimate destroyer of all things our childhood.
Well, they saw how good he did on He-Man. They went like, wow, this guy makes Ryan Johnson look like a pussy. He's going to get in there and really get it going.
And, so...
He's going to cuck like Luke Skywalker, man. He's going to get it going. All the Jedi are vegan now.
Oh, this is just a rumor, though. We don't know for sure, but I mean,
rumors are terrible.
I wouldn't doubt it, especially with the way that Kevin Smith has been sort of saying up to the Brie Larson and all that stuff.
He literally referenced Last Jedi several times.
Yeah.
Ryan Johnson. I mean, let's just say he's already given the reach around enough times. It's about time he gets payback. It's how Hollywood rolls. I mean, at this point, he can't hurt Star Wars anymore. Even Mr. Blood Axe is not flipping out. Like, you know how he feels about Star Wars. He'd normally be in there. But I think we've all grown numb to it. It's like after a while, you just go.
Blood Axe says as long as it is in the Leslie Headland series, I'm good with that. That's going to be fucked anyway.
It is going to be trash. I agree with you, man. It was already trash, so he can't make it much worse. It's like Oz. You remember Oz when it was on HBO?
Mm-hmm.
After a while, they did so much the surprise butt sex and then it stopped affecting you. Like the shock value was gone. And that's Star Wars now. The surprise butt sex and everything with Star Wars so bad that now you're like, the surprise butt sex and see.
Wow.
All right. Do you know? You must not have watched a lot of Oz, dude. It got old. Like I never thought that it would get old, but it got literally old where you're just like, how many of these scenes? Like,
well, no. I was more cringing at the R word said multiple times because.
Oh, Oz,
YouTube.
Unintentional surprise butt sex? Is that smooth? The surprise butt sex in Oz was a very common occurrence. Until it stopped being a surprise and it was like, butt sex, like there. Does that make it better?
Yeah, it does.
We're going to call it surprise. We're canceled. Like, I think it's worse to refer to something as serious as surprise butt sex. I think you have a weird sensibility and I don't. I meant it because it was terrible. Like, it was shocking. It was horrifying. It made me never want to go to prison. But after a while, I was like, is that all they do? Like, geez, man, get a hobby. Like, learn how to knit something. You've got to slow down on this.
Nothing beats that scene in American History X. That's all I got to say, man. That one hurt.
Was that the dude, the booty guy?
Huh?
Oh, no, that was a different one. We had to interview the guy. He was like, booty was life.
No.
Booty was more important than air. Booty was more important than eating. What? That's a real interview. There was a dude who, he must have been the guy they wrote Oz about because that was all. He was just like, that's all he was living for.
All right.
Blood Axe is like great morality. Yeah, bleep all that, man. Bleep that out. Or dub it over with surprise butt sex.
Yeah.
Surprise butt sex.
Just, every time you said the R word, you just hear Blood Axe come in, surprise butt sex.
There was so much surprise butt sex that it just became butt sex. No surprise. Okay, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah, Kevin Smith. I mean, what he did to He-Man wasn't like that because, I mean, everybody, dude, no. You got to remember, there were posters where there was little stands where you could sit on Battle Cat and take pictures as He-Man. All this stuff, he really sold that this series was about He-Man. Like, I mean, just wham. I mean, This dude's a jag. This would be a dude who'd be like, I'm making a Luke Skywalker series. Luke just gets shot on the farm by the stormtroopers in the beginning, and then it just takes off being about some chick. Like, just, and I don't mean that to be an insult. I'm saying the way he writes female characters, what should be an interesting character, he took Tila, who I was really hoping would get a full story, like the fact that she's the daughter of the sorceress, you know, and other things. And I don't know if we ever found out who her father was, because I think Man-at-Arms was a surrogate father. Like, actually went into her background and told a story.
I think there's still another half of that series to go, so.
They're not going to tell. He doesn't tell a story. This loser ain't planning to tell a real story about Tila. They already said the second season is about Evelyn. So apparently they've told all they need to tell about Tila. What do you need to know about Tila? She's so awesome. Her greatest fear is how awesome she is.
Just this guy says Oz mixed with Clerks is the new Star Wars. All right. On that note.
Well, remember, this is the weird, they had the weird non-binary aliens, which I was like, how can aliens be non-binary? They're already friggin' aliens. Like, you could just write them to even not have a gender. Why would you write them to have a gender and then be confused about it? I don't get that. What kind of writing is that it's like, we're going to write these aliens, we're going to give them a gender, then we're going to say they don't accept that gender. Instead, you could have just said they don't have a gender. They could just be genderless.
I don't know, man.
Which point they're not non-binary because they don't have a freaking gender. They're just what they are.
I mean,
I don't get it.
At this point, we might need a genie to fix this stuff.
Before we segue, the Navigator's a rock. It's a fucking rock.
You destroyed my segue, man.
The Navigator's a rock.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out Dicejunkies.com for links to everywhere we can be found online. Hopefully we'll get more active on those online sites with our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, all that good stuff. As every week, we hope you enjoy.
The surprise butt sex.